Back again. Tim Get the Money is still here with me. We just got done listening to Kiari, Offset's new album. And here's the funny part about this album. I think that Four and I will have, for the first time ever, when Four and I do these album reviews, vastly different opinions on this album. This album to me was great.
We liked it. We liked it a lot.
Like every single song, we were like, "This shit bang! This is good." Like I think Four was judging it based off: is it doing something new? Is it doing something special? Is it doing something original? And I didn't go into it with that expectation. I went into it with the expectation of, is it going to do Rap Caviar the best? I heard Four say a bunch on his reaction on Twitch.tv Four says Spidey My Streams that it reminds him of Drake. Actually, at some point you questioned, do I hate Drake now? Because I feel like a lot of this music is what Drake does. Yeah. And I'll tell you this, I think that Rap Caviar itself is built around Drake. So a lot of music that you would hear on Rap Caviar is Drake coded 1000%, but that's just like the most mainstream microwavable version of it. So judging it based off that metric, I listened to them like, it's actually pretty good. I think the beats were amazing. The beats were like coming off the Gunna album. What was that, last week or 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Coming off the Gunna. So we are coming off the Gunna album 2 weeks ago. Who's featured on this album? The beats were absolutely astonishing. And on top of that, the flows and pockets and melodies he got into were like interesting. Was he saying anything? No. But I wasn't going to an Offset album looking for him to say anything.
Not even the Therapy album that he himself promoted as I will open up on this album. Did we hear his name once in this album?
What?
Did we hear the name Kiari?
No, we didn't.
Did we ever like that's the other thing that like I agree with you that like first of all, you guys are right. This is it. I said it earlier too. Not only Drake, I said this is Gunna with the sliders maxed out.
Yeah.
Like this is the best for the Gunna build that can make musically. This is so you guys are not wrong. But I'm coming into it with, I guess, the context of not only just the context of what he gave was just like, you know, I'm going to open up, right? That's kind of that was the idea of the album. But also listening to it, I agree with you guys that it's enjoyable. But I do think the thing that was frustrating for me was that I think he was trying to make music that was better than he actually could. And then he kept falling short. And so in my head, I'm like, no,
I disagree with that.
The song you wrote, the song you made, the melodies you're doing, the flows you're doing, the beats you're picking, the album you're imagining that you're making, I don't think you can make. It was enjoyable. Again, I'm just judging it based off, I guess, how I perceived it. Because I feel like and that's why I came up with the question of Drake, or somebody that is more skilled melodically, you know, rapping wise, songwriting wise, whatever, that could make these songs, these same exact songs, sound better if it was just somebody else.
I think you even said that at one point with me. Like
multiple times on the album, he was like, "Yo, I would have wrote this song." Like, and I thought that was disrespectful to how good the songs actually were. Honestly, and that's no shade to Four. Before
you didn't think it was generic. You didn't think it was generic at all.
No, 1000% it was generic, but it was the best version of generic. The same way I judged the Bryson Tiller album was that 2 weeks ago. I'm judging it the same way. I think Bryson Tiller made the most generic nail tech, eyelash tech version of like that kind of sound, and I think Offset made the most. I work inside this Offset album is going triple platinum inside of the Amazon warehouse.
Yeah,
like
for sure. Yeah.
Like if you love the Gunna album, you're going to think this Offset album is a classic, 1000%. But every metric.
Maxed out sliders. That's what I'm talking about.
Even
still, absolutely.
But even still, like I think then when you say things like he was trying to make something he wasn't, I don't think it's a JID situation, because I think JID or JID was tempted to make a classic album. I don't think Offset did that. I think Offset attempted to make like how many of these songs can be on people's playlists. I think it's 16 tracks. I think all 18. I think all 18 tracks will go on somebody's playlist. Whether it's my playlist, I doubt it. Not all 16, but I'm taking at least 6 of these, 7 of these to be like, Yeah, I will listen to this again. But all 16 are going on to somebody's playlist. And I think that was his job. You gotta realize in between 25, niggas try to make playlist music. He achieved his goal.
But again, I go back to so you truly don't think he was trying to make anything better than what was that you heard, even with the intro down to the advertising of the album, down to the John Legend song. Like, you don't think he was advertising or trying to make something better than it actually was?
I will say that you're cherry picking instances on an 80 track album. Like, I'll give you the John Legend record. Right. You posted on your stream twitch.tv/somebody my streams. I didn't clip that out, but you posted the It's Been a Long Day, and you muted that sound and put it the Offset sound over top of the John Legend album. It fits perfectly. I think that record was him trying to get into like a movie soundtrack. It should be told, I think he was a seed. That was good.
Yeah, it would work perfectly. Really, I agree. Good. That's why I pulled it up. It's, but even I don't listen to movie soundtrack music, but even then, it was good for that. Yeah, I guess. Then yeah.
But even then, you say that, like, you asked the question, did he miss the mark? You can't say he missed the mark when he obviously achieved the mark, like with that record.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah. So, okay. So I got to rethink the way that I was hearing the album because, again, I came into it. I didn't make up the assumptions that he was trying to go for something grander than what it ended up being. That's the way the album was sold. In my opinion, I saw the trailer, I saw the narratives. That's the way the album was sold. Now,
when we get into the album, versus how it was sold is different, though.
Okay, fuck the narrative. We're going off the trailer.
Yeah,
him talking to a therapist. That is the only visuals we saw leading to this album. So that and the album is named after, I guess, his own name. Mm-hmm. So you think it's gonna be more introspective, vulnerable?
It felt vulnerable to me, like songwriting wise. It felt
like
a bit to me. No,
like 4 songs. I
feel like. Well, granted. Well, by the way, we're judging the Offset album based off like how vulnerable he gets. But I do think that a lot more songs than usual. I wouldn't say 4. I would maybe give him 8. Felt like he was getting into some real shit. Yeah, like he was talking about his life. By the way, all its first reactions. By the way, for people watching.
Yeah. We do. I can't recall lyrics or even though I don't know if I'll go back. But I'm gonna tell you this. I do think you make a good point that like. So now this is what I'm trying to look at the album outside of what I expected out of it, right? Because you're right. If I look at like the songs that go for more than, like realistically, the majority of the track list is the fun songs you will hear in Rap Caviar. Mm-hmm. And some of the songs I liked. So it's like I didn't expect like 12 straight tracks of that, honestly. Yeah. So that's the thing that threw me off a little bit. But so if I look at it like that, like this is just another like. This was like a Gunna album all over again, then you're right. This was like not the torture that shit was, for sure. Like that shit was awful. But I don't know if I'm wrong in judging it for how he presented it. That's all I'm saying. Like that was him. I would have never thought that if he never put out a trailer, if he didn't do nothing but just promote an album how he normally would promote any album, which I've heard his other albums or at least like skim through them. That is what his vibe is. They're all pretty like this is what a normal Offset album sounds like.
I don't know. I feel like I get what you're saying. Like the trailer made it seem like it's gonna be more introspective, but I will say that you expected too much from Offset. Because I saw it and I thought, okay, there will be more tracks than usual where he's talking about his life. But I didn't see that and think to myself, oh, I didn't see that and think to myself, this is Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers for Cheaters. I didn't see that and think that.
No. Yeah, I didn't think that either because it's not going to be that because it's going to be enjoyable musically, right? Like you'll be able to listen to it casually. But my point is like, so you're saying that was more, you're saying that I shouldn't ever bought into the idea that Offset can make a great album about him being vulnerable.
But I do think the album is great though. I tell you this, for what it is great.
Yeah. Okay.
For what it is. For what it is, like I'm not judging it based off Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. For what it's achieving to do, for what it is, like Rap Caviar music, for what it is, like a Gunna, we're talking about Low Babies of the world, talking about the Atlanta trap rap that is slowly dying with younger people, and only people to listen to are like older people like you and I and Joe Budden, right? For what it is, I think it achieved its goal, and I think it's great for what it is. I think for what it is one of the best versions of what it is.
Oh, okay. If not the like best. right along, I guess Bryson Tiller, which was previously, which I will say this because I know the Bryson Tiller album was shorter. I remember it was being more compact. I think the vibe was curated maybe better. That's the only thing I would give maybe the Bryson Tiller if we're going by your standards of like what this music is. I'll still say maybe the Bryson Tiller album because it was more curated than this, or it's trying less. It was very much straight to the point. This album had a lot of those vibes, but also he was trying other things. That's I guess the only edge I would give it. But I guess you're right for what it is. But even I guess for what it is great. But calling this great is maybe I'm being a snob about it. Feels crazy.
But
for what it is, I guess it is.
I don't know. I feel like like you and I have been talking about this for a while now. Like we got to judge music and albums and bodies of work for what they're intended to do. Like for what Offset attempted to do, you can say that you were expecting something more, and I would call you an idiot for that. But for what Offset,
so again, but this is my point though. So you think I asked this earlier. So Offset promised this. You should. You're telling me I should have been like.
Did he promise it though? It was one video.
Okay, what did you get? What did you get out of that trailer? That he was gonna exactly what you got.
I got Cliff Farmer. To be honest, to me it was like I'm capitalizing on the notoriety. I'm capitalizing on the notoriety of my last relationship. People know that me and my ex, my baby mother, my ex-wife have marital issues, and I can capitalize off this by making it seem like the album's gonna sound like that. For me, it was clip farming. I didn't like for somebody who's been listening to Migos since 2012, 2013, and listened to Offset solo album before. Like I didn't think at all this is going to be like some grand departure from what he usually does. I thought that okay, maybe he might get a bit more introspective, but I knew for the most part he was going to do what he usually does and try to make the best song possible. And I think he did. Most of the album, he made the best song possible. There were songs you skipped where Tim and I were sitting here like, that shit bang.
You shouldn't have skipped some of them, Jones.
Like, that shit bang.
Yeah. I'm also sober, so that's the other thing. I'm like, I bet you this shit hits way better as a vibe because I was too analytical. I was thinking too much. I was like, no. What am I hearing right now? I think if I laid back more and just vibed, again, it's all the way I came into it. I'm telling you, because I didn't come into the fucking Bryson Tiller album like this. I can tell you that. I was not expecting nothing out of the fucking Bryson Tiller album. I was expecting something out of this. And you're telling me I fell for the clickbait, which is fair. It's fair. I fell for the clickbait. That's what happened.
What's chat saying right now about this? Reach out to me.
Well, they've been, for the most part, they've also been like, they were the ones that were like, yo, skip this.
Yeah.
So I think they also didn't enjoy it, but I get your point. It's just, it's an expectations versus reality thing versus, that's all it is, to be honest. Regardless, me personally, I'm not gonna go back to it. But first of all,
I disagree. I do think that there's songs in here you would go back to. Like there are really good songs in here that you can add to a playlist and play passively. Like I do think if we're judging it as just like, can I passively play this song, which an Offset song should be consumed as that, as like a passive listen. There's so many records on this motherfucker where you can just passively play it in the background while you're Ubering, while you're cleaning, while you're working. Actually, I think most of the album works as that. Most of the album works as a passive listen.
I agree. I just, this isn't the music that I will be passively listening to. That's for me specifically. I'm just not. But I forget the point I was gonna make. But listen, I see your point. It's just I just don't like it. Even as a vibe, I would much rather listen front to back to the Bryson Tiller album. Okay, if that's what I want.
So,
like personally,
but you didn't like the Bryson Tiller album that much, neither. Like I had to sell you on that one too.
But I like this less.
Really,
I like this less. Yeah,
but you like it more than Gunna though.
Yeah, it's like it's night and day. I mean, that's like crazy. That's like
it
fails at being vibe music. It's like it actually doesn't fail. I don't know. The Gunna album and Gunna's music is weird because it is the ultimate vibe music. It might be the best vibe music in that you're not supposed to think about it at all or enjoy it. Like maybe the Gunna's album is the ultimate vibe music if we want to go by that. It falls in the background more easily than any of these songs. So it's barely even music, but that's a whole different conversation. This is far better than Gunna's, and I think it's definitely on par. Like it's in the same realm as the Bryson Tiller album in terms of vibes. I was thinking too much of it. I was expecting too much. I probably shouldn't have. Maybe if I give it a second listen, just like more casually, maybe I will enjoy it more.
I do think if you play this while you're doing Uber, like, and you listen to this, you might like a lot more songs.
Okay.
This is definitely the working man's album. I'll tell you that.
Okay. I will tell you this. I mean, I did point out as we were listening, there was a couple songs where I think the song Calories, I think is the one. I believe that's the one that I saw, that I heard, that I'm like, this shit would go crazy. Like, I'm gonna hear this song on the radio a lot. That's what I thought. But like two of these, I think the Gunna song and then Galleries were two songs that I'm like, they're gonna play this at 98.9 for sure.
Bro, he did an 80s pop.
Yeah.
Which one was that? I
forgot the name.
I forgot the name of it too, but I remember hearing like, this is an 80s pop record. Like he dipped into Can, he dipped into like Weekend Nachos. He also did like a new jazz beat.
That's
like
good.
Like the
production.
Good, though.
The production is like,
but also the rapping was good on it too. I like the pockets of the flows and
I don't like the flow. I think I've grown out of the Migos flow, to be honest. Maybe that's just me personally, but the triplet flow, I personally think I'm tapped out.
And I think that's
not my
fair.
thing anymore.
That's fair.
But
that's
so in that way, maybe that's why I also didn't even enjoy the rapping. And the melodies, I thought they were good, but they were kind of like mid. So it's like I don't know.
That's fair.
But that's just me personally. It may be more of like my tolerance for the Migos right now, as I've heard a lot of the music, as you know, through the mid 2010s and up until now, it's just like I don't know if I can take that anymore. Me personally. So
Potty mouth. Stop playing.
Well, hello, potty mouth.